Hello there. Welcome to the Nick Zone. Welcome back. I'm back first of all. The new season's underway, NHL 23-24. So I'm back. I'm gonna talk some of my predictions to come in this video, and maybe some of the videos that are gonna come in the future of the channel. I'm gonna try to do a video a week. We'll see when I have available time. I mean, with the job and everything, it's less possible to do videos, but I'll try to keep you updated. And I also will talk at the end of the video of another project that I have with some of my buddies. So let's get into the predictions, shall we? Yes, the season's already underway. I don't care. I will put my standings prediction on this video. My predictions are made since August. This is basically how I think it's gonna go, and even based after a few weeks of the start of the season, I'm not sure how these predictions will go. I hope that they stand still because I don't want to look like an idiot. But again, we'll see. So we'll start with the Pacific Division. Number one, I have the Vegas Golden Knights. They just won the Stanley Cup. They are primed to repeat. And with the start of the season that they're having, they're proving me right that they're going to stay number one. Second place, I have the Edmonton Oilers. Now, talk about a team that is not proving me good to be the second. I still think that they can turn it around, but they have to figure out their goaltending. But that's a whole other topic for a video that is coming to this channel. Third place, we have the LA Kings. I think the Kings are poised to have a good year with the acquisition of Dubois and every other prospect they had. Like Byfield's going to play on the wing now. You got Arvidsson. You got Turcotte maybe taking some games in. Danault still going to be amazing. Kopitar. It's going to be a great. Fiala probably going to play with Dubois. I think he is playing with Dubois. I can't remember. But the Kings have a solid team. The goaltending's a bit iffy if you ask my opinion. That's why I'm thinking third place, but we'll see. Then I have my first surprising pick. I don't think a lot of people put him there. It's the Vancouver Canucks. And yes, they're having a good start to their season, but I really think the Canucks are going to finish fourth in their division. I don't see a lot of teams beating them, and I think they're going to surprise people. I think the Vancouver Canucks are primed to surprise people this year and maybe even making the playoffs. I'm not guaranteeing that, but I think that they have the team to go at least into the playoffs. How far they're going to go, I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to go far if they do, but I think they have what it takes to slide in. Fifth, I have the Seattle Kraken. I don't think that they can repeat what they did last year. Last year was a full commitment. No, they're not a team that has a superstar that's going to grind them. You look at the other teams in front of them. You have the Golden Knights, who have Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Pietrangelo on D. The Oilers, you got McDavid, Draisaitl. LA has Dubois, Kopitar. Doughty even is still considered a superstar. Vancouver has Pettersson, Hughes. Seattle is just, there's no big name. I mean, there's Matty Beniers, but he's not the same star power as some of these other teams. And I don't think that they can repeat like the committee that everybody, the four lines were going. I don't think they can do that, and I don't think the goaltending is as consistent as it will be for the Kraken. And last year, Grubauer sucked, and they got in the playoffs because Martin Jones won them some games. So, yeah, not sure that this year is going to repeat that. Then I have the Calgary Flames. Listen, it's tough for me to put the Flames there because I really like the team. I really like Huberdeau. I like Weegar. I like Markstrom. But I don't think this team has what it takes. I really don't. They are such a mid team, and I don't think that they have what it takes to go far. The last two, you guessed it, it's Anaheim and San Jose. I see Anaheim being better than what they were last season, but still being a bottom feeder in the league. And San Jose, talk about a dumpster fire of a team. I don't think that they can do anything to change that. They're going to be the worst team in the league. I don't see any team being better than the being worse than the Sharks. Let's go on to the Central Division now. Number one, pick that might surprise people, but not as much, I think, as my Vancouver pick. I have the Dallas Stars to finish number one. I think that the Stars will have a better season than the Colorado Avalanche, who I put second. Listen, the Stars are a more well-rounded team than the Avalanche, if I can say that. I mean, I like what the Avalanche did this offseason with the acquisition of Johansson to replace Landeskog. Right now, the start of the season, Colorado is 6-0. Like, they are extremely good, and they're better than Dallas right now. But do I want to change my prediction? No, I still think the Stars are going to finish first in that Central Division. Colorado second. Then you have, in third place, again, just like last year, the Minnesota Wild. And the Wild are the best team in the rest of that division. It's the only reason why they're third. If Seattle or Calgary or Vancouver would be there, I think I'd put them before. Like, I don't think Minnesota has a great team. They'll make the playoffs again and again get bounced in the first round. Like, they're going to play Colorado or Dallas. Do you see them winning that? I don't. I don't see Kaprizov and Gustafsson and Hartman beating the Dallas Stars or the Colorado Avalanche in the playoff series. I just don't. Fourth place, I have the Winnipeg Jets. I think that the fact that they re-signed Hellebuck and Scheifele will help them, will maybe give their fans hope. But I still think that this team should have retooled. But they're going to be competitive. They still have Hellebuck, who's probably one of the top 5 goalies in the league. So, yeah. Then I have the Nashville Predators in fifth place. Listen, I see Nashville the same way as I see, like, Seattle and Calgary. It's a mid team. There are no real superstars in there. There's Philip Forsberg and Roman Josi. Do you think they're going to lead you to the playoffs? I'm not sure about that. Then you have UC Saros in net, which is, again, a top 5 goalie, but you need some goal scoring, and I don't see the Predators being an offensive machine this season. Then a pick that might surprise, I have the Arizona Coyotes, and I really think that the Coyotes are prime to surprise people this year. They're going to be a team that's not easy to play against, unlike other years where they were clearly trying to lose. They are committing to staying in the Valley in Arizona, which I hope they do. They're looking for solutions. Now, they're still playing in the 5,000-seat arena, which is absolutely ridiculous. But they have Clayton Keller, they have Jason Zucker now, Logan Cooley, who's just going to come in and wreck world. He's my pick for the Calder, by the way. And I think that the Coyotes will surprise some people and finish 6th in the Central. In 7th place, I have the St. Louis Blues. Probably the definition of a team that should have rebuilt. I don't see this team going far. I don't see this team doing anything. I don't see the goaltending being good. I don't see the defense being good. And I don't see the offense being good. They're just going to be better than the last team, the last place team in their division, which is the Chicago Blackhawks. Listen, even if you add Connor Bedard, you add the best prospect in hockey, the guy who's going to be the next McDavid, whatever. Even if you add him, I don't think the Blackhawks are a good team. They suck. They blatantly suck. I don't think Taylor Hall is going to be a big help to Bedard. Like, I mean, he's going to mentor him. He's going to be a big help on his line, but they're not going to pull off the team off their backs and pull them to a playoff spot. Listen, Chicago, you're in for a few more years of misery, and then you're going to be good. I think maybe 2-3 years still. Then you're going to be good. Let's move on to the Metropolitan. I'm going to go faster here. We'll see. Metropolitan Division, number 1, New Jersey Devils. We've seen what they can do in the playoffs last season. We've seen what they can do now in the regular season a bit. Last year, they were absolutely amazing. And this year, they're going to be better. They added Tyler Toffoli. Jack Hughes is on the cusp of being an MVP type player in this league. And right now, I mean, the season started. Why not take a look at his stats? My goodness, that was hard to say. Jack Hughes has 17 points in 6 games. The last 2 players who did that to start the season were Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky. If that's not greatness, I don't know what is. Listen, second place in the Metro, I have the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't think that they're going to finish less than second. They could have finished first. They're a really good team, really well balanced. Rod Brindamore, Rod the Bod, is probably the best coach in the NHL, if not like one of the greatest. He's absolutely amazing, and he gets what he can out of every one of his players. Third place, I have the New York Rangers. Tough for me to put a team that I hate so much there, but I really think that the Rangers are still going to finish third. I don't see them being bad this season, unfortunately for me, because I don't like him. Maybe Lafreniere breaks out. Listen, right now he's got 3 goals already. We'll see. Maybe Kako gets a bit going. We'll see. The addition of Blake Wheeler for a league min is absolute trash. Like it's trash. Like how the fuck do you sign a 40-point getter for 50 points for 800K? That's just insane. Then you go to 5th place, which is my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Listen, adding Carlson, you need to win games. Right now, don't have the best start to their season. I still think they can turn it around. And I think that they're going to make the playoffs, but not by much. And do I think they're going to go far? Listen, it pains me to say this. I really want them to go far, but it's going to be really tough. It's going to be absolutely hell to face probably New Jersey or like the first team in the Atlantic as an opponent, but we'll see if the Penguins can make the playoffs. I really hope they do. Then I have the New York Islanders missing out on the playoffs. Listen, this team can't score. And the way the league is going, you need to score goals if you want to stay alive. And the Islanders can't score. They can prevent a shit ton of goals because they have the best goaltender in the world in Ilya Sorokin, but they can't score. That's why they're 6th. Yeah, 6th, 4th, 5th, whatever. Then I have the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yes, you heard me correctly. I think that the arrival of Adam Fantilli, Patrick Laine being good, Johnny Gaudreau maybe having a second season there. Listen, maybe you get a bit of magic going. We'll see. Maybe Merzlikins gets better. I really hope, that they do. Then I have the Washington Capitals. It pains me to put them there because I love the Pittsburgh and Washington rivalry. I would hope for one last meeting between these two in the playoffs, between Crosby and Ovechkin. Please give it to me. But I don't see them being good. Kemper was like decent last year, and right now for the start of the season, he's been absolute garbage. Listen, Ovechkin is chasing Gretzky. It's basically the only reason the Caps aren't rebuilding. They need to be the best team possible. And if they were rebuilding, they would be absolutely trash because they don't have anybody right now. Listen, Kuznetsov, Backstrom, they have some pieces like Ovechkin still going to be there. He has a slow start to the season right now, but we'll see. And I really hope that they're better than what I predicted them to be. But again, I say like 7th in the Metro. And dead last, you guessed it, the Philadelphia Flyers. Listen, right now they're off to a big start. Great start. Tortorella can squeeze blood out of a stone. And that's probably what he's doing right now with his team. But will it last? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I see the Flyers finishing dead last in the Metropolitan and probably second last or third last in the league. I don't see them being good. Let's go to the Atlantic. The division probably most of you are in a hurry to see because the Montreal Canadiens are in there. And for me, it was the toughest one to predict because it is absolute hell. Like, every team in there can make the playoffs, I think, except for the Habs. That way you just guessed where I put them. But number one, it's going to surprise people, but I'm putting the Toronto Maple Leafs at number one. I really hope it's their division to lose right now. Tampa Bay is starting the season with Vasilevsky injured for 2 months, so they're not going to win a lot unless Johansson is absolutely insane, which right now, since the season started, he's not. So Toronto, number one. Number two, I've got a surprise pick. A real big surprise pick. It's the Buffalo Sabres. I really think Buffalo missed the playoffs by 1 point last season, just like the Penguins. I really think that the Buffalo Sabres are going to make the playoffs this year, and they're going to make it in a big way. Third place, I'm going to say the Boston Bruins. And I will say I changed my original prediction for that one after the first week of the season. I saw them play against Chicago, I think. And then I said, yeah, no, I think that they're going to make the playoffs again. They're Boston Bruins. They're still good. Pastrnak, Marchand, DeBrusque, John Beecher. He's a rookie who's going to play with the team. Trey McAvoy, Swayman, Allmark, and Net. Listen, Boston is still a good team. And I think that they're going to make the playoffs again. Fourth place, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't see them missing. I just don't, and I don't want to bet against them. That's just it. That's the only reason why they're there. I don't want them to be there. I want them to be dead last and lose the lottery and draft a player that's going to be an AHLer forever and suck for the rest of their lives. But that's not how hockey works, and I hope that they don't make the playoffs. But I don't want to bet against them. Then I have the Florida Panthers. Stanley Cup final last season. They're starting the season a lot banged up. Kachuk still probably injured a bit. They're losing they lost Montour and Ekblad. And will Bobrovsky be able to be as good as he was in the playoffs? I don't think he's going to be. I really don't think he's going to be that good. So that's why I'm putting him I'm putting the Florida Panthers on fifth. Then I have the Detroit Red Wings. They're having a really hot start to the season, and they're really good. I don't believe in their strategy, though. Their defense is wobbly. I don't like it. Their offense is great, though. Adding DeBrincat was an absolute strike of genius from Steve Yzerman. And yeah, so I hope they do well. If they can pass Florida or Tampa, that'd be great. But I don't see Florida going far. Detroit, god damn it, going far. Then I have the Ottawa Senators. Listen, today just broke the Shane Pinto news that he's going to be suspended 41 games. Listen, he wasn't even playing. Ottawa's having a wobbly start, but I didn't see them having a good season. I really would want them to win a few games and go to the playoffs, but I don't think they will. But they're not going to be dead last in the league. They're still going to be competitive. Listen, the Atlantic is going to be the toughest division this year, by far. Dead last in our division, though, in the Atlantic. I say our because I'm from Quebec as well. The Montreal Canadiens. Listen, I didn't see them finishing above any of their teams. I didn't see them finish last, though, in the league. But with the news that we have since the start of the season, with Doc getting injured for the whole season, Gouli missing some time right now, Savard out for 2 months. Listen, do I see the Habs doing better than last season? I still do. I still think Cole Caulfield can get 40 goals. Suzuki can get 70 points. Again, but poor Montreal. Martin St. Louis did a press conference the other day, and he looked absolutely demolished. Poor guy, having to juggle his lines already. They have a few prospects that are promising since training camp. Joshua Waugh, for example, was great. Norlinder had a great camp, but for some reason they get him to Laval. and for some reason maybe they're gonna fix the power play, but we'll see. So those were my predictions. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I'm back. I'm gonna try to make a few new videos too soon. Listen, the videos are coming. I'm gonna talk about the Habs and their injuries, and I'm gonna talk about the Edmonton Oilers and their disastrous start to the season, and the injury to McDavid, and what did they do if they miss the playoffs? Because yes, people are already talking about them missing, and even though I predicted them to finish second, with the start of the season that they have right now and the goaltending that they've been getting, not saying anymore because I'll do the video right now. And I wanna switch to French for a bit here, and I'll talk about a project that I have with some of my buddies. Alors, bonjour, je parle français aussi. Je voulais vous parler d'un petit projet que j'ai avec mes amis. On a une autre chaîne YouTube où on publie des petits sketchs en dessin animé et des petits podcasts où on parle de musique. C'est moi et mon ami Derek Michaud et Xavier Bolduc. En fait, on est trois. Qu'on parle de musique pendant notre podcast. On présente chacun une chanson, puis on en parle un peu. On donne notre opinion par après, complètement subjectif. On essaie de donner selon nos goûts. Ensuite, par rapport au dessin animé, c'est des petits sketchs que notre gang a commencé à faire. En fait, c'est complètement un projet que Derek s'est parti. Puis il m'avait demandé de faire une voix pour l'un des personnages que j'ai accepté bras grands ouverts. Je trouvais ça vraiment génial comme projet. Donc, j'ai sauté à pieds joints dans son idée. Puis là, on commençait, on a fait quelques épisodes il y a plusieurs années. Là, maintenant, on fait des petits sketchs. On travaille encore là-dessus. On a un événement qui s'en vient je vais publiciser un peu sur la chaîne en temps et lieu. Maintenant, on a des petits podcasts à gauche, à droite. C'est avec, encore une fois, pour le dessin animé, c'est mon ami Derek, Xavier, David, et c'est ça. Ensuite, on va voir comment ça va se passer. J'espère que vous pourriez aller voir. La chaîne s'appelle Les Studios Si J'aurais. On a une page Facebook. Vous pouvez aller voir là aussi. Ça va être publié. Je vais en partager avec ma page Facebook de The Nick Zone. Donc, c'est ça. Puis si jamais vous voulez me voir décrire des matchs de hockey, en fait, cette année et ainsi que l'année passée, j'ai été embauché comme descripteur audio pour le Cité Construction Junior 2A de d'Israëli. Donc, c'est maintenant ma deuxième saison. On décrit des matchs. Donc, tous les matchs sur la route Cité Construction sont décrits par moi-même. Je fais la description play-by-play. Il n'y a pas de caméra, donc c'est comme à la radio. Vous vous connectez sur le live Facebook et vous m'entendez décrire le match du Cité Construction. Donc, j'espère que vous allez pouvoir cliquer. Ça, c'est sur la page Facebook du Cité Construction Junior 2A de d'Israëli. Ensuite, pour les studios si j'aurais, on a la page Facebook des studios si j'aurais. Je vais mettre un lien en commentaire pour la chaîne YouTube des studios si j'aurais. Puis, c'est ça. So, j'espère que vous avez enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it. And see you in the next one. On va se voir pour la prochaine. Salut!